everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Stating the Obvious. It has been more than a minute, I'd say.
It's been a whole hour.
Yeah, true. Took us a while to start recording. And it's been, I think, at least like a month, right? Since we last recorded, if not way more.
I think it's been
Something
like
like
2 months. Yeah.
At the very least.
The very least 2 months.
Yeah.
Probably
I
thought
miss
we were
it,
never
though.
coming
I
back.
like recording.
Yeah.
I think recording is good. I think it's a good way for us to connect outside of just gaming.
I wonder if our audience is still there. That one dude from Sweden. Wonder if he's still listening.
I think there's more than one person.
Was it?
It
Me
looked
too.
like a couple people now.
Yeah, look like a
Oh,
couple
well,
people.
my apologies to our Nordic audience.
Yeah,
We
I'm
have
pretty
been
sure
gone for a
we're.
bit.
I'm pretty sure we're international,
Yeah.
baby. Like
We're Mr.
we're all the way
Worldwide.
there. Yeah, Mr. Worldwide. All right, but as this is an episode of Stating the Obvious, let's get right into it. Renee, you ready? Do you have an obvious
Yeah.
fact for us today?
I do have one. My obvious fact is if a line of people were to stand fingertip to fingertip across the Pacific Ocean, then a lot of people would drown.
You were just the worst.
Yeah, I was trying to do, I was looking at anti-jokes
Oh, my.
as Jith was doing his comedy things, and I was
I saw
"Ooh,
it coming."
this is good." Like, I actually thought about this one. I thought about this one myself.
Did you? Did you really?
Yeah.
You actually got it in an interview. Like, what would happen
oh,
if
okay.
all these people lined up fingertip?
The
Fingertip.
anti-jokes.
I did not miss
return.
this.
The legendary return. All
Another
right,
king.
let's continue with our regularly scheduled intro. Noah, what's up? What's obvious?
Being funny on purpose is really hard.
Facts. We'll get into why later, but that's facts.
Yeah. This is true. Takes a lot of skill.
Takes a lot of skill. So
Yeah.
that's how you know we're all very skilled on here at stating the
Yeah.
obvious. Because
Oh,
we're
yeah.
certified hilarious.
Every episode, scripted, front to back.
Yeah.
All the, all the
words.
Yeah.
Yeah, the words that we are saying right now, completely planned.
All the jokes rehearsed 100 times over. I probably said this exact line like 20 times by now.
You're not laughing. The problem isn't us. It's you.
Exactly. You see, what you don't know is that this podcast is actually a front by a huge mega corporation. Every single line, every single word, focus group tested to guarantee laughter. If you are not laughing, it is because you are not a human being.
Indeed.
Seriously, if you're not laughing, get some help. See a therapist. Do laugh therapists exist for like people who just don't laugh?
Pretty sure
I
those
feel like
just.
they have to.
It's probably some sort of condition.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or is laughter therapy like a real thing, like a real form of therapy?
I don't.
Where like
I mean, maybe, but I don't know if there's a
Maybe it's like an
condition for people
acid.
who don't laugh. I think that's just depression.
Rip.
Depressed.
Or people with diaphragm problems.
that could
People
be.
with what?
You laugh from your diaphragm.
Yeah.
So people are just born without diaphragms?
If you're born without a fun diaphragm, you're dead.
Yeah, I thought you
I don't think you're born in the first
yeah.
place.
I thought you need your butt diaphragm to breathe or something.
Yeah, you do.
What have you done?
Medicine with Cobb. Our new segment.
Oh, very nice.
I will say, over summer, I feel like every time we hung out, we did have like a little medicine with Cobb kind of segment.
Yeah.
It was thoroughly enjoyable for me. I learned a lot. I actually did.
Very nice. We'll have a new segment.
Yeah.
History
Yeah.
with Noah, medicine with Cobb. We just need to find something. Comedy with Jit.
Yeah. And then,
Dude, give us some
Renee-
comedy. Give us some
Renee,
comedy
what
right
skills
now.
do you bring to this group, if any? That's what I thought. Get out of here. Get out of here. We're finding a replacement. You're not skilled enough. You know what? the audience loves you. The people love you.
That's
Because-
true. I
yeah,
feel like
he's the
That
fan
is my
favorite.
skill.
Yeah.
That is my skill.
PJ does have some funny one-liners. He's got some one-liners that are really good.
Yeah, come to say these things sometimes. I remember this one episode. I forgot what I said, but I just said some weird shit. I was just like, Noah was doing some like monologue story, and I just like did some equipment there. Cobb, do you remember?
No,
What?
I have no idea.
That's such a vague description. How is
it'll-
anybody supposed to
It'll come
remember?
to me. It'll come to me. It'll come to me eventually.
Okay,
All right.
whatever.
Okay.
When it does, let us know, Pranay.
Yeah. I will. Okay.
Moving on, Jacob, please
Yeah.
state something obvious for us.
I know for a fact that Jit is going to be a successful stand-up comedian.
Oh wow, I'm touched really.
This
Don't
is
lie to
obvious to me, and it should be obvious to anyone listening to this podcast.
Thank you. I'll be here all night,
Yeah.
except for when I'm not.
Oh, my.
Okay. See, I'm already laughing, Jit. I'm already laughing.
This is the kind of quality you expect from Viswajit Rajagopal, soon to be comedian star. And where are you performing?
My university.
Wow, nerd.
Rip. Imagine having one of those.
All right, like a history nerd. Like I can't imagine. Such losers. Who knows what happened like in the year of like 2010?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Yeah, no way to know.
Yeah, you weren't there. I wasn't
But-
there. Who knows? You can't. You
Yeah.
can't tell me.
But where were we? You know, if we're talking about this, where were we for the last 2 months? What's the reasoning for all of this? For us not having posted an episode for so long? The viewers, or the listeners rather, want to know, or maybe they don't want to know. Honestly,
But we're gonna tell them
Well,
anyway.
That's fair.
you're gonna find out anyways.
Yeah.
Mainly, it's classes.
Yeah. Honestly, I think all of us have just been so busy doing things with school over the past couple months, but I think we've all gotten a little bit more settled into the classes now, and we should have a bit more time in the future with holidays coming up to record. So.
Could be
Yeah.
a good thing. Could be a bad thing, depending on your opinion of this podcast.
True,
Could be all of the above.
could be.
Pranay,
D.
how is it going to be all of the above?
It could sometimes be a good thing, sometimes
Look,
be a bad.
it's like one of the-
maybe you dislike the obvious facts, but then maybe you like history with Noah. Then
That's not how this
you
works.
chill.
It could be like select all that apply. Those are the worst test questions.
Oh yeah.
Indeed.
God.
Just like, what am I supposed to do with this? What?
Speaking
You
of
tell
which,
me.
Jit, how are your classes this semester?
My classes, honestly, are kind of hard. Not gonna lie, I'm taking a lot of like senior 4,000 level classes, so it's just a lot of work, and then more work, and then exams that are hard. So
Then more work.
I am struggling quite a bit, but I am also taking improv, which has been the light of my semester. It is so much fun, and I look forward to it every single week. So that's kind of just been the only like sanity check I've had so far. It's just good.
All right.
I'm glad that I decided to take one class for fun purposes.
All right. Improvise a scene for me right now.
Oh my god, Noah, your hair's on fire.
It is. I have hair.
It is. Yes.
I was
Well,
bald this
now-
entire
now you
time.
know.
Oh shit.
Now you have no hair.
Okay,
Yeah, now
you know
you're
what? This is
bald.
actually a good thing because you scared me a bit by telling me I had hair.
PJ was thinking there, saying, "Oh my god, the fire would have been so much preferable to what happened yesterday."
Oh yeah.
Huh?
Oh yeah. Which is something. Okay, you know what? That's an interesting transition. Come, I'll give it to you. But okay, so long story short, I have a very bad haircut.
yeah.
The way this happened was I go to this Great Clips, and this is a Great Clips I've been to in the past. I've gotten really good haircuts there. It's the highest rated Great Clips I've ever seen, like anywhere. But maybe they made a bad hire. This one person was not it. I go into the place. I don't know if I pissed her off as soon as I talked to her, or just what happened, or if she's just naturally bad at haircuts. But I sit down, they ask you what you want, right? And so I say, not only do I say I want a 2 on the sides faded and scissors on top, which is what I usually say, I also show her pictures and a video. of exactly what I want, the exact haircut. And there's a video that goes around my entire head, like sees every angle. And there are a couple pictures that looks at different angles too. She's like, okay, yeah, I see what you mean. I can do that. And then so I sit down and I take my glasses off, as I usually do, and immediately, or not immediately, first she does the sides. That's all fine. It's going well. Except for this one bald spot apparently that is there. I cannot see this bald spot, but
it's massive.
She's doing
massive.
the sides.
It's huge.
It's
huge.
She's doing the sides, and then she gets to the top of my head, and where she's like, she sprays it down, and then she's about to do what's in it. But then this honestly should have been the first sign, but she started middle parting my hair, which is something I've never done. Something I don't think many brown people do. I think it's mostly if a guy does it, it's most likely some Asian guy.
Excuse me?
No.
What are you supposed to mean by that? What the fuck?
I feel like Asian guys, like I think they
also
look decent.
Pranay,
Middle parting their hair.
Plenty of Indian women part their hair in the middle.
He said males though.
No, I said males.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I thought you just said like Indians as a whole. I was just like,
No. I think most Indian females middle part their hair.
yeah, I was gonna be like,
Okay. And so she does this, and I was like, you know what? Maybe it's just the way she's cutting. She cuts off the sides of the hair, so she recognizes, like how long each strand is. I was like, okay. But the moment I realized some shit was going down is I start to realize something is wrong with the front of my hair, and then she asked me the question, "Do you want your bangs to be a bit shorter?" And in this moment, I was like, "What? When did I say a single thing about bangs?" And I was very confused. So I put on my glasses, and like lo and behold, I have bangs, just straight up bangs that go all the way up to my eyes. Not my eyes, but like my eyebrows. And I didn't know what to be, if I was confused or if I was just pissed, because not a single thing in the video or pictures or description of what I told her to do said anything about a bang. I didn't say a single word about bangs. I probably didn't even say the letter B throughout our entire conversation. And then at this point, I was thinking like, okay, well, this has gone to fuck. Is there any way I can like make this look a bit better? And so I was like, you know what? Sure, I want shorter bangs. And then she was like, okay, you know what? Yeah, I thought that would look better as well. And then I was in my mind, I'm thinking like, what? Like, are you blind? Like, I can give you my glasses. I can give you my glasses if you want. Nothing about this looks good at all. And then she makes it shorter, and it looks a bit better than before, but like relatively. Like, remember, relatively speaking, like better than negative infinity is still negative infinity. And then I go out, and at the end I'm like, fuck this, I can't deal with this shit anymore. I have a hat. I'm just gonna wear the hat for the next 2 weeks or something.
Very nice.
And then PJ misses the bus.
Yeah, I mean, I don't miss the bus. The bus just doesn't come. Like, I stand at one stop to go home to the bus, and it doesn't come. And then I stand at another stop, it doesn't come. Stand at another stop, it doesn't fucking come. And then at this point, I'm like, okay, shit, I have to go to some other place. So I go to this final bus stop, and I stand there for 10 minutes, and it still doesn't come. And then at this point, it's like all is lost, and so I just start running there. And then on the path, the way there is a massive fucking hill. But I did run after a long time, so that was nice.
Yeah, the bus driver was coming up to the bus stop. He was like, whoa, that kid has weird hair. I'm not stopping here. That's some whack ass hair.
Rip. It was not good.
See, I feel like at that point you just kind of admit defeat, and you're like, you know what, just shave my head.
Yeah, I really don't know, man.
Now Brené's in Spain without the S.
Like,
Actually, though.
I think your hair is like workable. Honestly, I was explaining to Brené on video call how to adjust it.
Yeah, I think now, like, I've gotten used to it. I don't think it's like as bad as I thought when I first got it. It'll grow back soon. I think my hair grows fairly quickly, so
yeah,
I'm not too worried.
Now, finding a decent hairdresser is hard. I have one
Dude,
lady who's been cutting my hair for a few years, and she's the only one I trust.
Yeah,
It's kind of
I've
crazy.
had the same lady I think since like middle school.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild, Cobb.
It is.
What?
Bob is the wild guy.
Every time I find like a lady like a certain haircut place that I like, they always end up like moving to some other haircut place or something else happens.
I follow
And then
them
I just-
because I need my haircut well.
I literally have commitment issues now
Oh my god.
Right.
because all my haircut ladies have just left me
That's
without a
true.
word. It's like devastating.
It's a premonition. Things to come.
Yeah.
Dude, when's
mean,
the last time you got your hair cut?
Oh. Before spring of 2019.
Jesus.
It's been nearly 2.5 years.
Has it?
Tuna. Oh shit.
It has.
Wow.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's weird. Like
Yeah,
you just
I'm
think
pretty
about
cool.
like the tips of your the tips of your hair are like 2.5 years old.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, but like
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's just I've grown it for so long at this point that I just don't want to cut it because like we've been through so much
It's-
together.
Yeah, it's a part of me.
Like-
Now. It's just a part of you.
My hair and I, you know, like it's everything to me
don't make it weird.
now. I've committed.
You're making it weird.
It was already weird to begin with, Noah.
That's fair. You should stop.
all right. Let's
Don't
talk
never
about
stop.
let's talk about something else. Let's talk about apartments. Brene, you're in an apartment. I'm now in an apartment.
I'm not an apartment.
Oh
Well,
shit.
you're in a house. That's kind of the same. We'll just.
Oh, it's the same.
A house is just a
difference.
big apartment.
Actually, no. I like to say like living in a house here versus an apartment is very different. Because in an apartment, you don't have to worry about fucking rent. You can pay all automatically. If you live in a house, like landlords that are not affiliated with the university, like there's some like weird like issue around like colleges in America. Actually, I think this is a big thing, but they want everything. There's like I don't know the exact legislation, but or the reason why, but they want everything to be paid in like paper checks rather than online transactions. So it's a big hassle, and my landlord wants me to mail it to his like PO box. So I have to like go to the post office, mail it.
Man, your landlord sounds fucking old.
He is quite old. So,
Yeah.
he's not that old. He's like really old, but he doesn't look old because he's just like very spry.
Oh, what?
You know,
Wait, so is he old or not?
age wise, he is
He's like
old.
that.
Like,
The
health wise, he is not old.
Fair enough.
Wait, what? Okay. Okay. I can believe it.
I know, Jip. You and PJ had some pretty big issues when you started off this year, right? You guys had some.
Yeah,
problems?
another thing about living in a house is that there's a lot of fucking like house shit that you got to deal with. Like, I mean, this obviously happened with Jit too, but I feel like it often's like in a house there are just so many more things that can go wrong. Like our laundry fucking dies every 2 weeks. So
Right.
Oh shit!
But
I need to do
at some
laundry
point-
today. I forgot.
at some point, like our water heater just broke, and then another point, and this was like in the middle of winter, like the middle of butt fuck winter.
Oh, Rip, what did you do? Did you just take cold showers?
I mean, okay, so I went to Wani's place, which at the time was just across the street. Fish, I think, went to his girlfriend's place. Ricky, I don't know what he
he
did.
just didn't shower.
Gabe, I also don't know what he did. Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate.
Damn, every man for himself out here.
Yeah.
You call yourself a house? You call all of y'all as a unit a house?
Not really.
Oh,
Okay.
Rip, okay.
True. That's very fair. Okay. My issues were a bit different, but a bit similar. I guess when I moved into the apartment, I'm in a 4x2. So they're like, I have 3 roommates. And the apartment's kind of split in half, right? One half with like 2 beds and a bath, and then the other half has 2 beds and a bath. And in one of the halves, like when we moved in, it was ultra clean. Everything was like refurbished, like there's new carpet put in, everything was painted. Everything was just like brand new. And then in the other half of the apartment, it's just, as Pranay said, like butt fucked, right? Like there's mold on the air vents. There's like scratches everywhere. We found like dead bugs on the windowsills, like hair all over the bathroom. We found like there's like some shit like left in like in the toilet. There wasn't actual shit, but it was like some like black ring of like mold that was like left in the toilet. I was just like, what is this?
Can you imagine if there's actual shit like they just didn't flush the toilet?
Yeah, honestly, wouldn't have surprised me. But same thing was in the tub. It was legit just disgusting, and it was kind of I didn't move in for a while because I was just like, this is just terrible. Like I refuse, like on principle, to move into this place. And so eventually, like they started like we like hella complained to like the leasing office, and they like sent some people just like clean stuff and like replace stuff. Like eventually we got most of it sorted out, but God, it was actual hell to deal with. And it's so fucking stupid because like the side that me and my roommate on are like is just terrible. The other side is just fucking amazing. And I'm just like, oh, this is so stupid.
Yeah, I feel like that's the huge advantage of having an apartment, though, is that you could just call up someone and tell them to replace. If PJ had to deal with that, he'd have to do everything himself.
Well, wouldn't his landlord have to deal with it?
Holy shit.
Yeah, I think his landlord would have to do it.
I mean, our landlord came and like sprayed a couple shits down, but like we had to call another maid person to make sure like it was actually clean. I mean, we didn't have to fix the water heater ourselves, for example. Like,
I mean, yeah,
they had a guy to do that. Yeah, but like
you take on a lot more
to some
responsibility
extent,
with the house.
Yeah, that is. I will say that is true. I feel like that is true.
Yeah.
Well, I will say I had no problems with my apartment. My apartment, the
what? Literally, the one time. Hey, have you seen Cobb's apartment?
I have not, but I have heard stories.
Holy shit! Let me tell you. So this is actually we're calling. It was on my birthday. We're just calling and
video calling.
Cobb. We're video calling, and so somehow this is the first time I see Cobb's background, like in his new apartment place, since it's a different place than freshman year. And so I like, oh, okay, Cobb, like show us your place, and I forgot when he tells us it's a single, but it's a single, and he looks around his room, and it's a pretty decent sized room, you know. He looks his bathroom is fucking bigger than my room.
Yup, same.
And then we're like, shit, okay, this guy, he has some, like, he knows, like, this is some real shit. This is a real room. And then he goes into the living room, and this man's living room is, he has a fucking TV, he has the Ethernet fucking thing, the Switch, he has a fucking PS4 or whatever the fuck, the Xbox, and then he has a window that looks all this, like Palad place, so I don't know what the fuck. Is a Palad? I don't know what that is.
It's a courtyard.
A
courtyard.
Courtyard.
I'm speechless.
She has a couch.
Yeah, like, do you have two couches, Colin?
I have a couch and a chair.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my god. A couch and a chair?
There's only one person. There's one person living in this house.
I also have a kitchen. I also have a huge kitchen.
Yeah.
I haven't even gotten to that yet. I was about to get there. And Cobb was just like, oh, wait a minute. Hold up. You forgot something. Okay, but he has a fucking kitchen. And this kitchen is not just, this is like a legit kitchen.
This is a legit kitchen. It has an island.
This is the, this kitchen was the size of Puck's kitchen, which was a room for 4 people last year.
Yeah.
Apartment for 4 people. And this is the same
size. Can I just say that the island in Cobb's kitchen is the size of my current kitchen?
Wow.
Yeah, honestly, I think that's kind of true.
4 people.
Cobb, you're just a member of the bourgeoisie.
Wait, not even 4 people. This is a fucking house. You live in a house. Like, you live in a house in Texas, which is, like, a bigger house than most houses.
Yeah,
it's just a bachelor pad, like.
And then on top of this, not only, like, his rent is obviously more expensive than mine, but that's because I just live in a shithole. Like, his rent...
It's true. It's true.
His rent, comparative to what, like, if you put that rent, like, there, like, if you put that rent of what you could find here, you wouldn't get too much better. Like, no way you could find a single. No fucking way you could find a single for that for that much. He pays what, like 1,000?
Yeah, 1,050.
1,050. Like, if you want that kind of stuff with a single here, we're talking about like 1,500, maybe even 1,700.
Yeah.
Like,
like
1,500 is a low ball. It's the lowest of balls.
The lowest of balls. Yeah, it also has a washer and dryer.
It has an inbuilt washer and fucking dryer. It's not even in like this. It's not even in the building. It's a separate place. It's in the fucking room.
Yeah.
Oh
my god, Koff, you're living
it's
a life
all about
of
location,
luxury,
man. It's all about location. The city's out in the middle of nowhere.
bro. Every day I run into my guitar in my room, just trying to get to my desk.
Right.
Koff's out here, just living. You have the ultimate bachelor pad, but are you being a bachelor, Koff?
Ooh.
Unfortunately, no. I'm too busy.
Are you making use of that couch?
Yeah.
I will say I do
And
try.
the bed.
See, since I pay so much for this place, I try and make use of every single aspect of it.
Yep, you're paying out of your mind for
I-
such a shithole. Such a shithole.
Nah, this is a really and the building that I'm in was only built in 2015, so everything's pretty new.
Yeah, my thing was built like in the 1800s. So I'm not even.
It was. I actually can confirm this.
Yeah, wait. I remember checking on Zillow. I'm not even joking. I think it's at least a century old, at least.
Yeah, Jit, you just recently went to Pittsburgh, right?
Yes, I did. That's how I can confirm all these things that Pranay is saying. His place is in fact a shithole. It was in fact built over 100 years ago. And he pays probably too much in rent for where he's living. But it's kind of ridiculous in Pittsburgh.
How was the trip there?
It was fun. Flew in for Pranay's birthday. So that's when like the video call happened and stuff. We were at like Pranay's birthday dinner. And yeah, I don't know. I thought it'd be a fun way. Pranay didn't know I was coming. So it was like a surprise planned by his friends and girlfriend. So it was cool.
1915 is when the house was built.
Yeah.
Yep, so it's about a century old.
It's almost a century. I mean, what the fuck? It's more than a century.
It is a century. Yeah. I was gonna say earlier that we should have a segment like math with Pranay, but I take it back.
Not anymore.
I take it back. I take back the thing I didn't even say. But yeah, I went. Pranay and I went around. Bro, in Pittsburgh, there is this waffle place. Holy fuck. And there's also this pizza place that's pretty good, but this waffle place, this guy is just so nice.
Yeah.
He gives you like samples of like every ice cream he has
like,
ever owned
so
in his life.
The owner, like if you go one time, you'll like, get to know the guy pretty much. And like I've been a couple of times since too, but like, and you're like, this man, like he's not intentionally, like he's doing it just because he's nice, but like the first time you go, he's like, I'm going to take you on a journey. And he gives you samples of every single thing he has up front. And then he goes to the back where he has like stored ice cream. That's different than the front. And he's like, I'm going to give you samples of this too. Yeah, but this, like, let me tell you, that is such a good way to build dedicated customers. Like, I've gone since Jit has left, I've gone maybe 3 times. And when Jit was here, we went
twice.
What, twice?
Yeah, I will say that ensures that every single customer that walks through the door buys something. Because no way are you going to take all the samples and just be like, nah, I'm good actually.
I mean, really? That's what I do at Costco.
I feel like people don't go into ice cream stores with the intent to not buy anything.
I also don't think people go into ice cream shops without the intent.
No, like I feel like if it's just like if it's like a party of people or something, right? And they're only going to get one thing. They're going to get more because of this.
Maybe.
Oh, perhaps.
I mean, like he generally does it because he's just like a nice person.
Yeah.
He,
I don't think there's any like calculation behind it. I think he's
maybe
just,
he's just
despite that fact, he still does.
I think he just likes seeing people enjoy his ice cream, and it's honestly so wholesome.
What is the name of this place?
Treat, Treat.
Treat. I do know how to spell treat, but thank you.
Maybe you should have spelling with Pranay.
So we did have a spelling bee.
Yeah. Who won the spelling bee again?
Noah.
Yeah.
Noah did.
Yeah.
Congrats, Noah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I won nothing.
Hey.
Speaking of winning nothing, Jit, you're about to do a stand-up routine, right?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we already
Don's
did
got
this.
these transitions on lock anymore, guys. I don't even know. Like, it's kind of nuts, right? But I am gonna be doing a stand-up routine this coming Wednesday. We're recording this on what is it? Sunday.
Sunday.
For reference.
Yep.
So
Jit, you're the founder of the comedy club, right?
yep.
How do you feel your set is right now?
Honestly, I think it's good. Like
Is it found worthy?
I think it's pretty decent. Like it's obviously like a brand new set, so it's not extremely polished, crowd tested, etc.
Okay.
But it's
You
good.
You want to give us a little sample, just one joke to see if we laugh?
Okay. Let's see.
Crowd tested a bit.
You guys are like the worst crowd ever.
I agree with that.
I can just make you laugh with something stupid, but an actual joke will just fly over all of y'all's heads.
Yeah. Pranay will just laugh at the dumbest shit.
Yeah, like I can just look at Pranay right now and be like, bananas. And he'd be like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what wasn't even
You can
looking
just-
at him. We're just calling each other on Discord.
All you have to do-
see. I know he's looking at me. I sense it.
All you have to do is say the word monkey, and PJ will start to crack up.
I swear to God, Pranay is just like the easiest person to make laugh.
Yeah, it's nice though. I mean, I think laughing is just a good thing. Like, it's just nice,
Yeah.
you know. All right, let's do this bit that we came up with. All right.
All right, let's hear it, Jit.
I think you guys specifically will like this bit.
Okay.
I don't know how to do with an actual crowd. Anyways, so they're putting all these new features in cars, right? Like all these screens and autopilot and even like holographic displays that appear on your windshield. It's just really crazy. But I feel like it's gonna make driving less safe and not more safe. Because I think I'm going to get behind the wheel and see all these screens, and my mind will just start thinking, it's a video game. And that's a bad thing, because when I play video games, I get really, really competitive, as I'm sure you guys know. And you don't want to see me driving my car in ranked mode. Like I'm just going to get on the road and start picking targets. Big pickup truck, easy. He's tanky, but he's slow. I can kite it out. Boom, he's crashed into a wall. Next, I see a minivan. It's got a baby on board sticker. That's an easy double. You know how we do it out here. A little further up the road, I see a car with a student driver sticker. Easy prey. I get back home, look at the scoreboard. 4 kills, 0 death. I won my laning phase. No worries. No worries.
Very nice.
That's good. That's good, Jit. I really like that one. You one-shot a lot of people.
I did one shot a lot of people. 4-0, baby. You know how we do it. Katie's high. Morale's low.
After watching Mad Lions lose it to Damlon, that's hitting me where I live.
And then you just see the police or the commentators just following Jit down his lady face.
You just got a police helicopter just following you. Oh man. It's like, oh, amazing W win from Viswages. That's going to be 2 more civilian casualties. We can
Look
see
at the goal difference on this man.
he has just
Look at the goal difference on this one.
he's just
It's like classic
crashing into
line.
these stores, grabbing their cash registers and leaving. The CS difference is massive. His opponents can't keep up.
Yeah.
And then-
Honestly, this would happen. Like, I'm very competitive. So we were actually talking about this because recently, we all, except for Pranay, judged at a debate tournament of our alma mater. So Noah and I were talking, and we realized that, like, out of me and Noah, I'm like much more competitive when it comes to like how debate is judged, and Noah is just like, is what you're saying legit?
Yeah,
Or not.
like I mean, the best way to put it is like I care about being right. Viswa just wants to win. Like he doesn't give a shit if like he's just posing out bullshit. Like if he wins, that's what matters.
It's facts. It's
Yeah.
facts.
Yeah.
And you gotta win this in a couple of days.
In a couple of days, I gotta win the stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
But I bet you, Puck will ask, did you win?
Did you win?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
And your
gotta tell me
response better
yes.
be yes.
You better
You
say
better
yes.
say yes.
I mean, you guys can watch it and judge for yourself.
Ooh. I
Yeah.
will watch this.
Yeah. Anyways, that was a little bit of like a sample of something that has been written. So
Yeah. Honestly, Jed, I think you're gonna do good. I have faith.
thank you. I appreciate it. It's kind of funny because I don't actually have like much comedy experience. I did it like once in one of my classes when we had to do like a speech. I decided to do stand-up comedy. And other than that, I haven't like really like gone to like any like bars or anything like that and like performed on mics. But I'm just helping start basically. Like I'm co-pres of the stand-up comedy club at UTD, so it's kind of weird. But I think it's
Who's
fine.
the other president?
I mean, it's you wouldn't know her.
Oh, it's her.
She calm your face. Calm your face. Okay.
Is she funny?
Is she funny? Yeah. That's a really question.
I've like read over one of her sets. Like it's pretty decent.
Okay.
Yeah.
She brown.
I mean, yes, she's brown. She's also freshman, so like,
Oh.
no.
The
And
mouth.
Renee's like intrigued, and I'm just like, no, no, shut the fuck up.
Oh, a
No.
younger woman. Ooh. This would just use Sly Dog.
I don't know why, but like if Renee said that, it wouldn't be very funny. But when Noah says it, I don't know. It's just uncharacteristic.
Noah has the tone. You know, like I can't say that. I have to be like, that's what I can do. I could pull that off. But Heian
Oh,
can. He has a way with
This would
words.
just you rascal.
Yeah.
You dare intrude on this lady's honor? How dare you? You are
Maybe
acting
Noah should
most
just give your set for
ungentlemanly.
you.
Noah should what?
Noah should give your set for you.
Honestly, that's what I said.
Nah,
Because
I don't want to do stand up.
Noah, are you gonna go watch him?
Yeah, well, I will.
Oh, you can go in person
Yeah.
too.
Well, I mean, Viswa, apparently, according to Viswa, it might be a UTD only thing. I have no idea.
I don't know.
I mean, just submit your transfer app and then.
Boom,
Easy
you're
clap.
there. Never been
And the
easy.
essay, like, why you want to transfer, just be like, because my friend's skills.
Wednesday night,
Facts.
7 p.m. You should show up.
I'm sure you can maybe sneak in or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
If it is, I'll check and let you know. But yeah, that's the haps with me. Hoping it goes well. That's kind of what we've been joking about like since the beginning of this episode.
Yeah.
But you finally have the context now as the listener. Does anyone want to talk about some anti jokes? We did this a bit earlier, but I feel like the
PJ?
world should know.
BJ,
Yeah?
would you like to
What?
explain anti-jokes?
Have we talked about this? Okay, so this was something we talked about before, but like on the podcast, like earlier, as of maybe 20 minutes ago. But we used to be us four. Maybe not so much Heian. I think Heian was just looking at us and he's like, "This is just us."
I was dying, man. You guys were telling anti-jokes to each other and just laughing all class.
Hey, you started laughing too. It was probably because we were
Yeah,
laughing a lot.
He came
but-
around. He came
I
around.
was, I was
around.
laughing because you guys were so fucking dumb, and I.
Bro, laughter is infectious. Masks
It's
can't
infectious,
protect,
bro.
man.
They can't. They can't.
Oh my god.
You're still laughing, Noah.
Okay, so regardless, in debate, with this, there's a gang of us pretty much. So I think it's began with like me, Cobb, and Jit. We found like a couple of anti-jokes online, and we're just telling them to each other. And we're looking on Reddit and looking online for new anti-jokes. And like the thing with anti-jokes is kind of like a downward spiral. You know, once you get going, like each additional anti-joke is obviously not funny, but it's fucking hilarious. So we start telling this, and then other people like they hear us laughing. They're like, "What the fuck is going on?" And so like Art comes. Art's another person in the debate class. Doshman, the army man from Singapore.
The army man.
he comes over, and eventually we're all just laughing at the bunch of just stupid anti-jokes, and we start compiling a list of anti-jokes. But it gets to the point where Puck is just like, okay, this is completely stupid. He gives that Puck space, and he like goes off to the side. Heian is doing some shit. He's laughing at how stupid we are. And even the debate coach Smith, she is like one of the most stoic people. Like when she wants to be stoic, she can be like fucking stoic. And she at some point she doesn't laugh, but she's just like, "You guys are so stupid. Like, just stop doing whatever you're doing."
We don't.
And we don't. We absolutely do not. We just keep on going. Now we have an entire list of anti-jokes. So it's like the cream of the crop. We think.
Oh my god.
We've also like ordered it in a specific way, because with anti-jokes, obviously the first one isn't funny, so you have to save the bangers for the optimal time, and you gotta ease them in with like decent ones that will get them open up to anti-jokes a bit more, but not like complete nonsense shit that just won't make them laugh. Because so you start off with the somewhat good ones, and you go into the bangers, and at the very end you just do the complete stupid shit. Because at that point they will laugh. Anyone will laugh at anything.
But you didn't tell us some anti-jokes. You've explained how you tell anti-jokes, but you have yet to tell one.
Okay. I mean, we told a couple earlier in the day. I have to recollect a couple. I have to think about it. Here. I don't have all of them off the top of my head.
Just go to the doc.
I mean, I do have a couple of them that I know off the top of my head.
Oh, we'll tell them.
So, let's do. What is the difference between a banana and a helicopter?
What?
Neither of them is a police officer.
This is what I had to deal with for like over half an hour every day.
Okay. Hang on. How about I'll ask you this. It's somewhat of a history fact. What is worse than finding a worm in your
Holocaust? I remember.
Holocaust. Yeah.
I hate you.
Hit us with a banger, PJ. Come on now. These are
the banger. Okay. You know what? Why did the boy with no legs fall off the bicycle?
Why?
Because you got hit by a washing machine.
This is all.
I
That's
know
my favorite one.
I like Cobb likes this one.
Jit likes the Alzheimer's one. I know.
Yeah. How many Alzheimer's patients does it take to screw in a light bulb to get to the other side? It just works in like layers.
Oh
like it's
God.
just so good.
Oh yeah. How about this one? Fuck, I forgot. With the golfing one.
The country club one.
Yeah, country club. Yeah.
Yeah. Two black guys walk into a country club and ask to play a round of golf. They are turned away because they aren't members of the club. Also, they are black.
I'm telling you right now.
Honestly, the best part about anti-jokes is also other people's reactions to how bad the anti-jokes are.
I'm telling you right now, if you just brought Pranay along with you to your fucking stand-up routine, you would have some laughter
everybody
guaranteed.
would be laughing. Yeah, everybody would be laughing because they would be laughing at Pranay.
You just need to throw in a couple anti-jokes and I'm there. I'm all for it.
Yeah, it's the last line. It's not that they're not the actual anti-jokers are turned away because they are members of the club. That's not what gets Pranay. What gets Pranay is also they are black.
Yeah.
Also one of my favorites is, why did Sally drop her ice cream?
Why?
She was hit by a bus. Oh, I got another one. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Not Sally. It's not fucking Sally.
You know what? I think that one could work. I think that one could work at the peak of your routine, like it's very.
I'll see.
Maybe
Sally getting.
That's when you drop.
The absolute anti-jokes they're a seasonal thing. They have periodicity because when you don't see the anti-jokes for a long time and you rediscover the doc, they just get increasingly more funny. It's hilarious.
A horse walks into a bar and the bartender asks why the long face. The horse replies, "My wife is dying of terminal cancer." Also, my personal, I think this is like the first one we read, but what did the farmer say when he lost his tractor?
Oh,
Where's
yeah.
my tractor?
Wait, what did the lawyer say to the other lawyer?
We are
What?
both lawyers.
We are both lawyers.
Noah's
We're
just
just-
utterly
yeah.
silent.
We're just laughing here like idiots, and Noah's just completely silent.
I thought I was at this point in my life where I had to deal with this shit. I was
Uh,
wrong.
A girl went to a grocery store. She promptly went to the aisles and took one banana, one can of soup, and a tub of ice cream. She went to the checkout counter. The cashier then looks at the items and remarks, "You're single, aren't you?" The girl smiles and says, "How did you know?" The cashier replies, "Because you're ugly." He's become like an old man. He's just like, fucking hell. Anti-jokes. So if you haven't figured out what anti-jokes are, they're just like correct answers to the questions, or like very just like serious things that happened, I guess.
Yeah, anti-jokes are all about delivery. Because the actual substance is not funny.
Yeah, no. This is true.
That was a good segment. I like that segment.
Good segment.
Yeah. Oh man.
Whew. Okay. Now that we are past anti-jokes for Noah's sake, I think.
Yeah.
Thank the Lord.
No, it's just like, get me out of here, just please.
Why don't we talk about some of the good TV shows maybe you guys have been watching? I mean, it's been a while. Shows
Yeah.
have come out, you know. Main one in recent times has been Squid Games. Have you guys seen it?
I've seen it. Yep.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys a question about it. If you were in it, would you be a triangle, a circle, or a square? Or is the last one a square?
Like,
Yeah.
you mean like the
Yeah, like the guard people.
guards people?
I'd be a guard person. Their costumes just look way cool.
I like the shapes. I honestly think the shapes are just so funny, and the interactions between the different shapes. Like the circle just
Yeah.
looks at the triangle. The triangle's just like fuck,
Yeah.
because the triangle's like the lowest one on like the
Shit.
tier list.
I'll be honest, I have not seen any of this Squid Game.
You should watch it.
It is a game about a squid.
Yeah.
And the game.
It's a game. Game.
Squid Game.
Squid Games. It's quite good. I don't know. I enjoyed it. It obviously was pretty dark a little bit, but entertaining.
Yeah.
And I think they're gonna come out with the season 2 just because of how well it did. Like, there's no
I'm
way they
sure,
don't try
yeah.
and capitalize. So
Yeah.
Really, I'm unsure. I mean, they just set it up for season 2. To be honest, if they were not going to set it up for season 2, I would just have preferred. Okay, this is spoilers, I guess. Actually, no, I'm one because Noah should watch it.
I mean, I'll be honest, I probably am not going to watch it.
You should watch it. You should watch it.
you should watch it.
There's like a
Noah.
lot of shows
Yeah.
that are on my watch list.
Bet you won't, man. Bet you
Okay, fine. What are you watching right now? That
Nothing.
precludes you from watching Squid.
I haven't watched a TV show in over a year.
won't. Then what?
What about The Expanse, huh?
Yeah, I haven't watched that either.
Damn. Even The Expanse
Yeah.
is not enough for you.
Yeah.
That's an Olivia Rodrigo song.
I don't know. I mean, like, I've just been very not in a TV show mood, I guess.
That's fair. I've also been watching You, which is like Psycho Killer, Gossip
He's
Girl.
been watching you, man.
Noah already knows. Like, Noah's sleeping. He knows I'm out there out his window just watching him.
I'd be sleeping, he'd be
He
creeping.
knows.
Stay woke. I got you. Redbone, Childish Gambino. Cobb. Cobb is our TV
Yeah.
show like mainstay when it comes to like Disney Plus, Marvel-ish.
Yeah.
God is a
I
God.
Tell
will
us,
say, okay, so the recent show that came out over the time that we were not recording was What If. It's like their first animated show, and honestly, okay, it's not as good as like some of the old Batman shows and stuff like that, but it is actually, besides the first two episodes were kind of just eh. They weren't bad, they were just eh. But besides that, it was really, really good. And the ending is absolutely insane, man. When we get back together in person, I know you guys aren't going to watch the series, so we're just going to watch the last two episodes, and your minds will just be blown. I know Pranay specifically will enjoy it very, very much.
I will say I have seen a couple of scenes.
Yeah, I mean
around
the very ending of it,
and it looks fucking sick. Like it looks.
Yeah, what scenes have you seen?
No spoilers. Hello?
Pranay has seen the scenes.
I mean, you know Doctor Strange is in it. I've seen, like, I think an ending Doctor Strange thing.
Okay.
It wasn't more. It wasn't more than like 30 seconds.
Okay. Well, when we get back together, we are watching these two episodes.
Sounds good.
It's going to be your minds will be blown. It's so good.
I think it's.
Yeah, it really is so good. And yeah.
I was just gonna say, I think it's interesting. I feel like a lot of TV shows that are coming out lately have been in this sort of 2D, 3D style that What If is in.
That is true, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like whatchamacallit, like the Witcher one, there's the Witcher one on Netflix recently.
The League of Legends.
Speaking of
League
Witcher,
of Legends Netflix show is going to be like that.
There's also Castlevania, of course.
Love Castlevania.
I mean, Castlevania is more of a. I'm not saying it's like animated traditional 2D, but it looks traditional 2D for the most part.
It's so good. It's so I don't care what it is.
Amazing.
It's goated.
I will say the next series coming out for Marvel at least is Hawkeye, and I'm kind of hyped for it. I'm kind of excited to give like his backstory a shot. In the comics, Hawkeye is just so cool. I don't think they've done him justice in the movies. He's such a funny dude in the comics and some of the other TV shows. I want to see his backstory more, but I know Jit will be super into the show because we know Yelena's in it.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Interest is piqued.
Peak interest.
Yeah.
Get me out.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it. I'll probably watch it.
Okay.
Yeah, Jit has his reasons. I
have my reasons. No need to worry about it.
2 reasons in specific.
Okay. All right, Cobb. All right, I'm the comedian here, Cobb. Let's not get carried away. Okay?
Cobb do me. Every now and then, he has a little witty remark.
Yeah.
He has a little
Yeah.
1 or 2.
Cobb, do I come in and start trying to explain mitochondria as a powerhouse of the cell?
Right. I will not step on your toes. I will not step on your toes.
What?
That's
He said I won't step on your toes.
Yeah. That's a saying.
I don't.
Like in the sense he won't like.
I won't invade your space.
I thought you said.
I'm literally just joking. I don't really care.
I thought you said
we're all just constantly.
I'm also joking.
I thought you were going to say I'll step on your toes. I thought Cobb was saying I'll step on your toes like a threat. Like you better not say anything about mitochondria.
He's like, bet.
I'll fucking step on your toes, bitch.
I will say, Jit, I do have this. I have this like really. I like entered this drawing, right? And I got this really, really big coupon for like some like Marvel figurine stuff, right?
Oh, okay.
And I am thinking of getting the Yelena one because it just looks so good.
Did you win?
Yeah, I mean I won. It's basic. Normally the thing's like $400, but I got like a $350 coupon. So I'm thinking of getting the Yelena one.
Is the Yelena one in that pose, like the
you can make it whatever pose you want.
Oh, you should make it into that pose. It'll be so funny.
You should just like whatever pose.
I mean, it is hand painted. It looks just like her.
That's amazing. Do it.
It is quite nice.
It is pretty good. Yeah, you should do this, Cobb.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah. Moving on from the 2 reasons to watch Hawkeye.
Yeah. Well.
Are there any other like shows that like really like big that are coming out?
Big shows?
I don't think so.
Not really.
I will say,
TV
though,
shows, yeah.
There are some things that I would love to be able to go back and watch like for the first time ever. Like earlier today, I was watching like some of the scenes from Endgame, and like I would pay so
Oh,
much
yeah.
money
Oh my
to
God.
just be able to watch that again for the first time.
No.
I think
Because, like-
our experience with Infinity War and Endgame, our theater experience was so good. It was unbeatable.
Yeah.
You guys remember in Infinity War when Thor came in, the entire theater started clapping.
Dude, it was huge.
It was so sick, and our Endgame experience cannot be beat. The day after we were leaving for TOC, we were like speeding there at like 11 o'clock at night. We went to go see it. It was so hype. Everybody was like so hype. You could feel the energy.
Dude, when Cap picked up the hammer, like the crowd went wild.
Did I watched the scene today, and when he grabbed the hammer, I just like screamed. I was like, "Oh my god!" I think when God was making me, he started making a gay dude, but then he was like 1/4 of the way, and he was like, "Nah." And so here I am.
When Cobb was, I just said when Cobb was making.
No,
Yeah, I was like, what?
Cobb is my creator. I bow down to thee, Jacob.
Oh, wait, when you
What
were
if you are
getting created,
Cobb's
Jit?
child?
When you were getting created,
Yes.
Jit, I can think of 2 reasons right now where that 1/4 came from.
But what were we talking about?
What
Avengers, yes.
2 reasons are we talking about? I did not understand this reference.
What? PJ?
Like ball sacks? Are you talking about ball?
No, we're talking about
Oh
ball.
my god!
I'm so confused.
I think everyone's confused except me and Colin. And
Yeah.
we'll keep it that way.
Yeah,
We'll keep it that
no
way.
fucking-
We'll keep it that way.
I'm more confused about Pranay's response. Like, what?
He said 2 reasons why he is gay. And
Why
I
he
was
is
like,
not?
Okay, well, why he could have a spurt
Okay, but
percentage.
still-
No,
Still,
why
okay.
he is
Gay.
not
Pranay,
gay.
Oh my.
Oh, why he is not? Oh, okay. I mean, that
Pranay.
makes more sense then. I thought it was the
Pranay,
opposite.
I don't get it either.
Yeah.
But why the fuck would your mind go to ball sacks?
I mean, gay men private
Oh my
parts.
God.
That was
You don't have to call them
basically-
private
that was
parts. We all
basically
have
that
them.
process. I didn't know like a way
It's
to
a cock
describe
and
both
balls,
the dick
bro.
and the
We
balls.
all
It's
gotta-
a cock and
we all
balls.
gotta say
That's
that.
what it is. Okay, I guess that is the
How
way.
far we fall.
Also, I would like to say, so like currently as we are doing this, I have been like half of my brain has been doing this coding assignment, and let me say like I just did this one coding problem like with half my brain, and it worked first try. I don't know what the fuck.
Oh, you must be like a genius or something.
Yeah.
What is the
Yeah,
question?
like I must be. I mean, okay, it's.
Okay, no, you
it's
don't
hard
want
to
to say
explain.
it's probably
It's hard
boring
to
yourself.
explain. Okay.
I honestly don't want to know. I've done too many coding challenges.
Well, yeah. Well, there's not been a lot of TV shows that have come up. There's been quite a few movies recently.
True,
yeah, so-
Yeah, that's true.
Recently, or not recently, I guess, but a couple months ago, Jith, me, and Noah, we went and saw Shang-Chi and his multitude of rings.
Wait, that was a couple. This is more than 1 month ago. What?
Yeah, we went on Labor Day weekend, so that was
Yeah,
a month
a while
and-
ago.
I guess like
Oh,
month and a
jeez.
half.
Yeah. Yeah, so we saw his multiple rings, and honestly, I will say that's one of my top Marvel movies.
Oh yeah, no, their action has gotten so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also just think like their scripts have gotten better.
That too. Like that's
Everything's just
Also,
better.
the soundtrack was a banger for this.
like honestly, I think you can tell that Marvel. Like I think the thing that Marvel has done well is that they had a pretty good team to start with, but they just retained that talent. Like I think the thing is like with a lot of movies,
It's consistency.
yeah, like
It's
I
consistency.
think the thing is like with a lot of movies, like I don't know how the behind the sets things work exactly, right? But like I would imagine even if you have a good set of movies, the longest like a group, like a team of people is going to be there working on a set of movies, probably like, you know, a trilogy. So like maybe 3 movies at the most, but like more often than not, right? But Marvel's probably had like very consistent teams of people just working on this. Or like
Yeah.
if not the same people, just like different teams talking to each other. So they just have like this institutional memory, and you can tell they're just getting better at what they do.
Yeah. Shang-Chi was just so good, and I honestly I think the colors and like this was one of the few movies that I thought like 3D was like super worth.
Oh yeah,
I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Dude, I don't know, like that fight where he was taking out those bad guys on the bus, like the fucking backing beat. Like, oh my god, it's been running through my head.
Yeah.
It's so catchy.
As Pranay mentioned, the soundtrack is just insane for that
banger.
movie.
I will say that is the one place that like Marvel has consistently been lacking is their soundtracks.
Yeah.
Except for Black Panther.
I mean, Black Panther.
I said consistently. Like, there's exceptions, but
oh, okay, yeah.
like for the most part, their soundtracks are just kind of
soundtracks in general. Yeah,
I mean,
like
really
solid themes.
their soundtracks are good, but I don't think it matches up to something like Batman, and I do really like the Man of Steel soundtrack.
I will say, like,
really
the majority of Star Wars, the majority of like Harry Potter, the majority of Pirates of the Caribbean, all of their soundtracks
that's just
are
two
really
people,
good.
really. It's just John Williams and Hans Zimmer.
True.
Those two people together, you put
true. But
Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Jurassic Park, Superman, like the original one, not Man of Steel, Pirates of the Caribbean,
I mean, they're all consistently
Interstellar.
good.
Like, it's just insane.
It's honestly
Man
beautiful.
of Steel is also Hans Zimmer.
Renee, what is your favorite soundtrack? I know you like the Luca soundtrack recently, but
bro, let me also tell you, I thought he died the other day, and I was so depressed.
Rip Luca.
But he's alive. He's alive now.
Okay.
In fact, you remind me to feed him. I will feed him right.
Oh, Rip! Why do we have to remind you to feed
Oh
him?
my god!
I mean, I usually do before.
Set an alarm, Brene.
I just won't do it now. No. I never forget.
I know. I still think your fish is.
And before the one day you forget, and Luca
It's
dies.
just a bro. It's literally he just refuses to eat food.
We completely forgot
feed him
to
all this
mention
food and he refuses.
on Pranay's birthday, he got a fish.
I think we already covered this.
We did
When?
not.
Did we?
It's been 2 months.
Oh, true.
Since we recorded an episode.
No, I'm
would
just thinking about, like, because when he told us, I just started calling this fish a beta bitch, and it just felt like an episode of the
because
podcast.
it was a betta fish.
Whatever. It's a beta bitch. Whatever it is.
Okay.
Well, Renee, what is the best movie soundtrack in your opinion?
Okay. I'll start off by listing a couple of the really good ones. Interstellar. There is Man of Steel. The Luca soundtrack. Shit. Like that shit. Does it only have to be movies? Can I go into like video games?
Sure. Entertainment.
Minecraft. Okay, yeah, actually, yeah. Hands down, Minecraft is the winner. Not even a debate. Like, Minecraft,
I don't know, man.
C418, the guy who makes this
Oh
shit,
yeah, C418 is pretty. He makes pretty good music.
True.
on his or her, what are their minds? But
Yeah.
man, this guy is a fucking beast. Oh, also, from Logan, there are 2 songs in that playlist that are so fucking good. There's like Old Man Logan and X Marks the Spot, something like that.
Oh, along
Okay.
with Hans Zimmer and John
Those are
Williams, I want to say
so
Michael. How do you say his last name? Giacchino. That guy's pretty underrated.
Oh yeah, Michael.
He did like
Giacchino.
Incredibles
Yeah, he
and
is.
Rogue One. Like, honestly, the Incredibles soundtrack.
Both soundtracks are
Iconic.
so good too. Yeah, jeez.
I will say, Alan Silvestri. You know who this guy is?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
of
did
course.
the
Portals.
Avengers.
Portals. That alone is just.
Bum 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 bum. He's like Avengers assemble. This episode's gonna get copyrighted.
Dude,
Alright.
I just want to say, like, okay, I know that Martin O'Donnell hasn't done much outside of Halo, but the Halo soundtrack, holy shit! You play
Halo's
that
cool.
shit,
Halo's cool.
dude. You play that shit over literally any activity, and it suddenly becomes this, like, just the fight of the century. Like, I swear to God, you play it over, like, you know, the morning commute, and you're just like, oh, like, da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-dum, and you become emotionally invested. You're like, holy shit, that minivan is going 5 miles over the speed limit, bro.
Yeah, when Jit is playing his single player car riding game, that's when he's playing in the back. It's gonna be like
Boom.
double kill.
Triple
And
kill.
then you hear the Halo announcer like triple overkill.
Pull up to an intersection, cause a massive collision. Ultra combo.
And then you just hear pentakill.
Dude.
We're just like mashing video game franchises
few-
together at this point.
yeah. What the-
Yeah,
I set up there,
League,
and now
Killer
League.
Halo,
Halo.
man.
Well, speaking of movies, going back to the original, I'm kind of hyped for Eternals. It does look quite sick.
Eternals.
Eternals just look
Dude,
awesome.
yeah.
I just want to say with Eternals, I love the art, like the golden sort of just like singular line where it's like very like galaxy, almost
Yeah.
Destiny-esque type art. I just find it so beautiful and it's like so calming.
It's clean, it's simple, it's minimalistic.
But it's also like complicated. Like it's not so simple to the point where it's like there's beauty in its complexity that
Yeah,
makes
fair
it
enough,
simple.
yeah.
That makes it simple. It's
Wow, bro,
It's
that's just
just-
so deep. Like,
I stared at this for 5 hours now.
Yeah, well, I mean, the movie just looks so sick. Their powers just look so good. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm quite
You look
hyped
so
for it.
good.
I feel like this is a movie Pranay will enjoy specifically.
Yeah. They have a flying guy. Did you see? Like
Yeah.
he flies.
Yeah, he does
Like
fine.
anything that can swing or fly, I'm into. I'm into that.
Why aren't you?
Pranay has been wanting force flying for the longest time.
Force flying and like Spider-Man, obviously singing. Like you know what's up.
Spider-Man's just sick.
Um,
man, like,
Spider-Man is sick. But like flying, especially okay. So there's a specific pose when people like fly, like when Superman or they have like one leg extended longer than the other, and the other one's just like slightly bent. I think that is like the most alpha pose you can do when you're a flying, like levitating superhero person.
yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
yeah, actually, that's a good question. I'm kind of wondering, like, if you could fly, what would be the most comfortable position to be while you're just floating there?
I've given a lot of thought about.
Of course
that,
you have.
Like,
Of course
like
you
if,
have.
like if you were to fake flying, have you guys watched Megamind?
Yeah.
Parts of it.
Of course, I have
So-
seen Megamind. I am big brained.
Yeah. So there's a scene where he like acts like the superhero guy. He like
Yeah, what's the guy?
he acts like
Metro
as if
Man.
he is
Metro Man.
Metro Man. He acts like Metro Man, and he kind of does like a fake. He has like it's like a hologram pretty much, and he has like a fake flying thing. And I was wondering like, out of all the different methods of flying, like what are the most comfortable positions they would be in? Like for example, Magneto, like when he flies, like it looks as if he is just like going up and levitating, but I feel like they're like
Because he is.
IRL, like he is because he's like controlling like the magnets in his own fucking like iron in his own blood or some shit. But I feel like if you had powers like Magneto where you couldn't control your own blood, you'd have to like constantly pull yourself off of some high like metal thing above you.
Well, I feel like
And in that case, like
I feel like there's
in that case-
some like Iron Man. Iron Man's not pulling anything. He's just like the machines
I
do.
mean, he has like thrusters.
Yeah.
But I have given some.
I mean, I think with Iron Man, like, the comfort probably isn't as much of a factor because it's like a powered exoskeleton, right? So,
Oh, that's true. He's not the one who's actually like stepping on. the
yeah, so
bottom of
he's
stuff.
probably
It's
just
like
he's just
some
probably
layer.
just like, just like hanging out there.
It's like suspended.
just hanging out.
He's,
Yeah.
like, suspended.
But like honestly, I think a lot of it depends on like like the type of levitation because like I think if it's like almost just like a weightlessness, like almost like you're floating in the pool, you can probably just like sort of lie there.
Yep. Facts. Interesting fact on it. But have you guys in recent times, actually it's because it's really early, but have you guys been checking out League of Legends Worlds?
Of course I have, dude. Mad
Yeah.
Lions, my boys.
Rip.
I'm so sad,
Nah, they're so bad.
dude.
Rip.
They're actually dog shit. Like if you lose with that much of a lead, you're just terrible at the game. Like
They should have had Viswaja. They should have had Viswa just coaching them.
dude,
They should have just coaching them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did like a Clash tournament, which is kind of like informal league tournament the other day with Jith as our coach. Practically, he wasn't playing. He was just like we got another person, and so it was us four plus another person plus Jith coaching, and the games like Jith was coaching, they were clean games. Like our communication was on point, but like our macro was on point. And then the last game, Jith had to go. He went to talk to his sister, and
we got
demolished. Yeah.
we lost a fight, and then it just went downhill from there.
No, but like, okay, so Mad Lions, I'll be honest, I've only been a fan of them since seeing their insane comeback against LNG. And then going from that to seeing them just like getting smacked by Damwon. It's like adopting a new puppy and then just immediately seeing it get taken out behind the back of the shed and shot. It's like, it's just tragic.
Jesus.
Pranay quite enjoyed the Faker Zed combo.
I mean, that wasn't in that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying in general.
In general, yeah.
Yeah.
But the look of the man, like, this
Ryu.
is a tangentially related league thing.
Yeah.
The look on Ryu, like, his face is just, he actually looks like he wants to kill himself. Like, I'm not even joking. I am not joking. I'll put this in the chat right now. It'll be fun.
He's just depressed. I mean, Faker hard outplayed him.
Yeah.
Like-
It was, like...
Insane. He had used like one of his cooldowns, and like the fight basically started with Ryu at like full HP and Faker had a quarter HP left. And
Yeah.
Faker just absolutely outplays him like in every way imaginable.
I mean, we've all been there, just staring at the screen, just depressed out of our minds. Like I'm willing to bet you Ryu in that moment was like, why do I play this game? Why do I play League of Legends? I don't have fun in this game. I should quit.
I think I could be Faker probably.
I don't know, man. I think Faker probably needs a little bit of a handicap there. Like you would just demolish him too quickly.
Yeah. No, he doesn't need. He needs the opposite of a handicap now. If he wants to beat me.
No, I mean he needs you to have a handicap.
Oh, yeah, it's true. It's true. I mean, my right arm is injured for at least 2 mil. So like, it's not even a competition.
Damn.
Wait, actually, is it? I thought it was like $1 billion.
Yeah, but that's like 800,000 US dollars, which is still a lot.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's like as much as some houses.
Yeah.
I mean, easily as much as some houses. Yeah. That's crazy. Imagine having your right arm. Or right, is it his hand or is it his entire arm?
I think it's just his hand.
Damn.
Yeah, I kind of wonder. We're gonna get to the point where, like, you know, how, like prosthetics are sort of like an issue for some sports. Like there was, I don't know if you guys know this, but there was an issue where this dude who played in the NFL had like a prosthetic foot, and people were like complaining about it because like he was a punter, so he would just like launch these fucking footballs across the field, and people are like, his foot is basically just a giant hammer, and he's just using it to like bash this ball across the field. I'm kind of wondering if we're gonna get to that point with like prosthetic hands, where you can just like play League and just demolish people because your hand is just robot.
Maybe. Honestly, I don't know. What is Pranay saying? Like,
What the fuck?
I've been laughing this entire time. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I have just been laughing. Oh god.
You know, I'm
Hey,
fighting this.
what the hell is wrong with you? Tell me.
God. That booty though.
Oh my god. So, because people can't see what we are unfortunately cursed to see with their eyes, Pranay has sent in the chat a gif of Jim Carrey.
Me when I solo kill the
Oh
other
my
player.
god.
don't worry, I'll put this on the video.
These are all very
When you're
grotesque.
Well, look,
when you are Wukong.
we'll compile them and put it on Instagram.
yeah.
We'll also put a picture of Pranay's haircut on the Instagram.
Absolutely.
I don't even know if we've taken. Oh, I took one photo. I think
I took a screenshot. Don't worry.
Oh shit! Well,
Although we'll retake a photo, a better one
oh my god.
or a worse one, however you want to word it. But yeah, be sure to check out our Instagram for all of that stuff. And with that, we want to thank you guys for listening in to today's long overdue episode of Stating the Obvious. And a quick reminder to absolutely just like fuck that like button, like really bad. And then
we may have to call them.
And then use your pens, your G2 pens, to comment down below if there is a said place to comment. And make sure, to just follow us. Follow us so much that we have to get a restraining order. That it really becomes a problem. And thank you for listening. And we'll catch you in the next one, and hopefully that's not in another 2 months. See you around.
What is worse than finding a worm in your
The
apple?
Holocaust, I remember.